Go here in Riga, where it's the Philippines and Georgia going head-to-head, all eyes on the semi-finals, these two teams. Welcome to Arena Riga in Latvia. It is the Philippines and Georgia doing battle on day 3 of this Olympic qualifying tournament in Riga. Georgia needs to claim victory by 19 or more points to book their place in the semis. Philippines win and they're through. Latvia are done enough to get there. As Fajardo making an impact already, Marcus smoking going at the start of the game, and he's got the first opportunity against the Knights.
And the disappointing thing on this getaway play of it is Tadze is an athlete who's got strength, size. Fajardo was not going to be able to spin the square up and just come with a weak half to get him there. Too easy for him. Get himself down low in the block and play some defense on Fajardo. They can remember he played 35 minutes last night. He's 35 years old. He's not going to want to go 35 hard again. Send him to the front row line early with a chip back. Good option for the Philippines to throw it inside. But last night, he got great inside.
Fortunately for Tadze, he breathes a sigh of relief. Mismatch free throws for Fajardo, uncharacteristic. There's the captain, Shengelia, out there for his first game Olympic qualifying tournament.
That's what they need. They need that really, Tadze. Make some statements physically. Super fast from Shengelia, and he finishes it really well.
How much does Shengelia enable that? That confidence in his feet to throw the dime straight away. And we saw because that's the most confident he can play.
And you're responsible to the man, aren't you? He's a legend. He gives you a pass there, you've got to finish. And he finished with a lot of authority that time.
Here's Androni Kashvili. Thomason. Nice pull up there. That's a good start for Georgia.
Thomason, he played minutes day 1, really worked hard, just couldn't, like the rest of Georgia, couldn't get any offense going. That's a really nice shot in rhythm. It's a great start at the offensive end for Georgia. They got the turnover as well. I do fear for the Philippines in the physical challenge there. Less than 24 hours. It's a tough schedule for them.
Playing last night and getting the early game today.
Georgia had a whole day off. And you know, Coach challenging them about, hey guys, you know, how do you feel? Let you down, your country, everything. They'll come out here with some attitude, and that's clear they've done that the first couple of possessions with the basketball.
Soto and Ramos getting involved for the first time for the Philippines. Newsom, Ramos pulls up. Androni Kashvili can get going.
Great challenge by Androni Kashvili on the field shot.
How about the pace for Ramsey down the floor?
This is the guy who needs the ball. This lets Brownlee get a touch.
The night he had last night, but Mamo Kashvili read him like a book. And Androni Kashvili can get things going. This is a very bold start from Georgia.
His physicality, his activity defensively is already a factor for Kashvili.
Tadze for the triple.
Well, two things for the Philippines. Soto hasn't had a touch. They had Brownlee bring it down. I think he was looking to pass. That's not what he was doing last night when he was in that sort of role. They'll be fine if they just get into the game and they're just throwing it away. And they look like a team that is still where they were at the end of the game last night. Just they look a little tired. They'll be fine. They need a spark. There's someone's going to get them going. We'll be surprised if Coach Cole took a timeout if he doesn't stop this poor start soon. Get to 8 down or 10 down, he's going to have to take the timeout unless they get something going with the basketball. They're very static. He talks about running the triangle offense. The triangle offense is very much about sharing the basketball, getting shots you want. They haven't shared the basketball after that first possession.
Shengelia, wouldn't this be big? Full short this time. Brownlee now, what can he do? Leading scorer last night, Kai Soto, emerging right in front of our eyes. There's the touch, but he doesn't get the basket to go with it.
If there's any Latvian fans in the third, they won't recognize this team. They didn't miss a thing last night.
Oh, Shengelia, that's a brutal crossover. I don't know if they're going to count the basket.
He's put it
Waved it away, yeah.
on the floor. This foul was on the crossover.
That was brutal, wasn't it?
See, that's what he does when you have to pass to the inside and take responsibility. The offense before you telling people what screens to set. Everybody's accountable to him. And they really have come out of the gate really well.
Really casually going baseline. Soto's right there with him, but so is Bertadze. Pretty improved effort from him. Spinning around Ramos and making use of that mismatch.
There's the timeout. Georgia have got what they wanted at the offensive end. Philippine defense looks a little tired down the other end. They're looking a little bit naked. They're going to be fine. I'm sure they're going to be fine. They just need to refocus. One great thing about the triangle is you can use it to get yourself going. Let's listen to the move the ball, move the defense. The other thing we talked about the other day about Georgia, they're not the deepest team in this competition either. There's only 4 guys that played in the World Cup, 5 or 8 guys that played in the Fiba competition window. So a lot of inexperience. They don't have to panic, they just have to do what they do.
Soto to Brownlee. They don't have much time left. Ramos is going to put up a deep triple. That's not going to work for them. Shot clock violation. The bench is looking a bit stunned for the Philippines.
And there are guys on that bench who have played minutes in other championships, but it's not Coach Cohn's style to really run a lot of rotations. It's this is the 5 that did it last night. These are the 5 that are going to do it today.
Shengelia stepping around Fajardo.
He's got muscle issues in those 5 and not worried about that Euro step.
Oh, Thomason! Blowing it up from long range. And he has a chance for Kai Soto at the other end. Oh, Bertadze gets in his way. Shengelia, Thomason for back-to-back triples. Falls to Androni Kashvili. Mamukelashvili has a go. And that goes in! It's exactly what the Philippines did last night, but it's Georgia tonight. Everything is going their way.
So they're working hard to get offensive rebounds. They're not going 100% everything crazy like that. They've had second shot opportunities.
14-0 run for Team Georgia to start this game. Philippines yet to score. Soto still can't change that. And they're off again through Thomason. Mamukelashvili. Shengelia, the captain. Ramos. All eyes ahead. He finds Newsom. Have to work out a way to get Brownlee involved. That's not going to help again. Captain Aguila can't believe it. But Thomason, what a sweet shot this was. And then Bertadze on the defensive end. Getting it Kai Soto's way, it's not an easy task. And then Mamukelashvili knocks that one down from the corner. All these players we spoke about in the last game, Mamukelashvili, Thomason, the need for them to step up, and here they are.
Well, Coach gone for the experience off the bench, the 37-year-old Aguila in the game. It's a good move, I think. Get some experience out on the floor. No one needs to panic.
Oh, Bertadze finds a lane, and his second dunk of the game!
Might need to panic right.
Wowee. We haven't called Brownlee's name that much. Soto on the bench. Here is Justin Brownlee. They needed it! They needed that!
There you go to what you get. Give him a little down screen, give him half a step. That's the first time Georgia haven't closed him out really hard. Too short a closeout.
Shots aren't dropping for Shengelia. A 16-3 scoreline so far for Georgia. They'd be incredibly happy. Newsom, back-to-back threes for the Philippines, and they're in the game.
Contagious, yeah? Everything's contagious in this sport. Make one, you'll make another one.
Philippines fans in full voice now. Mamukulashvili. Bitadze, the two NBA guys share it around, and that is a beautiful finish. Stop it!
Super decision as well as the pass, because they wanted to go quick on the bounce. He took it away, Brownlee took it away, just throw it up at the ring. Super play.
Here's some foul on the approach. Take a look at this work here from Bitadze and Mamukulashvili. Bitadze with the slam first up. His second time heading upstairs. And then Mamukulashvili banking it in on the reverse. Don't mind that at all. They're going to take a rest here. Shengelia and Thomason. Sanadze into the game, as well as Korsantia.
And this for me is the important thing. They've got that great start, big time momentum. They've got to maintain it.
They've got to stop Brownlee. That's not the one they want to get going.
And Mamukulashvili did everything. He had his hand up. Brownlee's just tough. He's just a very good basketball player.
Sanadze trying to go underneath. Foul.
They won't be happy with the foul. It was a foul. They won't be happy they committed it because they stopped him. They forced him to take a tough one.
So Sanadze at the line, playing in Hungary at the moment. Just the 3 points and a couple of rebounds against Latvia. He's got a chance to work himself into the game now. Looks like Oczkikidze is going to come into the game for his first minute as well, in place of Grazian Jonikashvili.
Thomason wanted to get back in the game. He saw him coming out and just assumed it would be him. I like the fact he wants to get back because I think he could be a massive factor in this game.
Sanadze able to make both free throws there. Some more subs coming onto the floor. And here he is, CJ Perez. We saw the Tissot buster beater yesterday from very long range. He's a last-minute specialist.
Not too early. I mean, he made 2 shots. One with about, 1 second on the clock, and one with about 3 seconds on the clock. There's far too much time left in the game.
They're still backing. Here he is now. Aguila, the captain, to Brownlee. The top scorer last night, getting to work, feeding Soto at Bitadze again. Interference.
That's going to help Soto settle down to get the call. Great penetration, great pass. Yeah, clearly on the way down.
So Oczkikidze now. His team's up by 10. 3 minutes left in this first period. Bitadze gets around the 2 Philippines bigs and he gets himself another basket.
See, those are the options that Latvia don't have, and that they struggled there. So the Philippines did push their defense up the floor. But with Bitadze, they've got that option.
Ramos from the corner. That one rattles in.
But one of those, the normal service is now restored. It's just taken them that long to get into this.
Mamukulashvili goes for a triple at the opposite end.
Mamukulashvili, for me, I know the mentality of Shengelia is important, but he has set the tone. Both ends of the floor, he's had a super start to the game.
He's going to head off the floor after this big 3. San Antonio Spurs big man. And then Bitadze, the Orlando Magic big man.
Small Georgian lineup on the floor right now.
Sanadze, Oczkikidze, Shengelia, Korsantia, and Jintadze. The names out there for this Georgia team. Their 4th team foul.
Bitadze and Mamukulashvili have been key factors. Need to take advantage of the way the lineups look.
Soto finds himself free, but the pass wasn't quite there to Aguila. Turnovers to none. Really hurting the Philippines at the moment. Sanadze has a look. Ramos finds it. Brownlee finds a lane and a bucket.
While Justin Brownlee is on the floor, the Philippines have always got an amazingly high percentage option.
I'll tell you what, Georgia looking the good so far. Up by 10. Minute 30 left in this first period.
And the points that Shengeli were making, we had a great start. We don't need to do anything else apart from carrying on doing that. Doesn't want any weak stuff, as he said. But while he's out there, while he's playing, they're in a good place.
Sanadze has an opportunity, this time drives. Of course, Santia thought about it too. Shot was well short.
But a wide open guy in the corner, that's the type of shot that Shengeli is talking about. Give it to the open guy and make the open shot.
Dwight Ramos, he had a positive game against Latvia. It falls to Brownlee, who gets fouled. Need him close to the rim. Not at the start of the game, like you said, he was looking for the pass, looking for a teammate. He's going to be the man.
And there's the issue without having both of the bigs out of the game at the same time is the issue, I think, because there is no rim protection. There's no one filling the middle for Georgia.
Makes the first free throw. Of course, playing in Indonesia at the moment, Justin Brownlee. In his time in the Philippines, he was a 6-time champion. Knows how to win, knows how to score, knows how to step up in big moments. Ostikidze with pace now for Georgia. Thomason also using a bit of speed. Pulls up for a long two. It falls to Perez. This is his time, under a minute left. What can he produce?
I'll say yes. He just needs a little penetration or a screen.
He finds Soto instead. Up against the two bigs, but it was in trouble. Tough call. Ramos coming off the floor. And Chris Newsom back into the game. 25 plays 17. 20 seconds left in the first period. We know the magic number for Georgia's 19. They need to win this game by 19 or more to make it through. The start of this game super well and shake out. You can see what this man does for this team. All heart, all soul. He's carrying them on his back throughout his entire career. Didn't take part in the first game of this tournament. He's at the line to put his team on players. He's controlled the tempo of this game, Shengelia. And he converts the three-point play. So 5 seconds left for Justin Brownlee to give the Philippines a hope. The pass was too hot to Soto. Not quite going the Philippines' way. It was a completely opposite story to last night's game. But Georgia on the story. What a start by the men in red. The men jumping about as they huddle together to celebrate a really solid first quarter. And at the end of the first period, it's Georgia 28, leading Philippines 17. And the game starts paint a picture that's all Georgia.
Well, they've recovered the Philippines, haven't they? From that, they were pointless after 4 minutes or so. And they're at sort of normal numbers. They were outstanding last night. They had 32 in their first quarter. Out of them, the Philippines should still be okay, but that's a tough ask for people who don't normally play minutes.
Second period tipping off here in Riga, the capital of Latvia. It is Georgia leading the Philippines by 11 points. Bitadze and Mamoukalashvili have 8 points apiece. They've been huge. And Mamoukalashvili sets the tone again. He's nailing it from long range. His 11th point of the game. And that is a beautiful shot by CJ Perez.
That's the important. The contributions off the guys coming off the bench for the Philippines. You've got to take up some of the responsibility and stuff.
Shengelia again with that quick step. There's no muscle fatigue there.
It's also a really difficult matchup for Aguila. He hasn't got the physical presence to keep him out the keyway.
5 points for Tonika Shengelia. Newsom now. Mamoukalashvili doing a good job, but it does end up with Brownlee, the main man, double teamed. Justin Brownlee still finds a way. A bit too long.
That's so smart by Mamoukalashvili. With the time running down on the clock, it switched, but he came back and double teamed it. No time on the clock. Everyone was active away from the ball. That's players being players. That's just excellent recognition in a set situation. And he is doing it at both ends. He has only picked up the 1 foul, so it's so important that he plays for the men.
So with the long range too, or the mid range too.
Great. First half for Georgia.
Look at that, 9 turnovers for the Philippines, and Georgia have taken full advantage. 12 points from turnovers. Aguila! Fiercely at the rim. That was nasty.
Just grabbed the ring, or he didn't grab it, called it, so the referee had to call it. Okay, the 2 points is good. The challenge sends a message. Bitadze, you see Shengelia talking to him straight away, you know. So forget that, stay as focused as you've been so far. And that's what, Bitadze's, he's 25, but he's a young 25 in lots of ways. And Shengelia has the position where he can say what he wants to, what's needed to every single player on this team, and he's doing that as well as playing great.
Good sub made by the Philippines. Fajardo back on the floor. Need a big body up there to contend with Bitadze. Oh, that's Shengelia!
With the lineup they have at the moment, one of the front line has got a matchup that they can just go at. Coach's going to have to do something with his defense.
This game's blown wide open now. 37 plays 19. It's a 9-2 second period already for Georgia. Newsom has a chance to head to the free throw line, just calm things down a bit. But Shengelia with authority down the lane. 7 points for the Georgia captain. Chris Newsom at the line. Misses the first. 10 points and 4 rebounds against Latvia for Chris Newsom.
Mamoukalashvili is a handful for anyone, and Soto has him, and he has the foot speed to try and guard him. They've decided to leave Fajardo on Shengelia, and that is a tough ask for the Kraken.
Thomason thought about it, and then finds a better spot, and nails it! Thomason, he's a one-man three-point party at the moment. Timeout called. Georgia up by 20.
That's a superstar. Both ends of the floor. The defensive is the only way to describe the Georgia performance compared to the performance earlier in the week.
Permutations galore. 4 tickets to Paris. The Olympics beginning on July 26th. How do the Philippines respond out of this timeout? It's in the hands of Fajardo. It gets knocked away from him by Mamoukalashvili. And Shengelia is off again. Feeds on Johnny Kashvili. Philippines got back in time. Shengelia bounce pass to Bitadze, and that one doesn't rattle in. Brownlee up against Thomason. 232s head to head. Soto, whoa, hit the deck very hard there.
Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Tatse, no doubt, feeling it as well. But the medics ran straight to Soto. Mentioned Mark, he was pretty tired even just after yesterday, so a hit like that's not going to help him at all today.
I didn't see how bad a hit it was in normal speed at all. He finished the play. I'd say he's going to leave the floor as well, he has to, because their medical staff came on as well.
Coach Cohn's out there, interestingly, right in the midst of it, speaking to the referee.
Well, and the referees are having a conversation about it as well. There was a lot of contact. There might have been nothing in the contact, but there was a lot of contact that the referees have to discuss.
Yeah, so here's the replay, Mark. Knee to the neck or the head.
Well, the problem is that goes underneath him, and then he lands on him. So it's almost they got him. It's the going underneath that's the issue for me. And Soto is up. He's a bit ginger.
Yeah.
You're going to have a look at it. But to me, the issue was him going, the Georgia defender going underneath him that caused him to go down. And then Montez has every right to contest it, but because he's on the floor, he comes and lands on him. But it's going underneath him that I think the referees will look at.
Let's take a listen to what they're thinking.
We want to review the possible foul need criteria for the unauthorized foul. Give me normal test. Okay, go back. Okay, we have 32 moving. Okay, moving. Go under the plate while he was in the air. This contact for me meets the criteria for the unsportsmanlike foul. Okay, we go with the unsportsmanlike foul. Contact meets criteria for the unsportsmanlike foul, and the personal foul will be upgraded for the unsportsmanlike foul C1. Okay?
We got number 32 on.
I will explain to the coach too. Yeah. That'll be, well, they've already put the foul up, I think. It's just Thomason's second foul. And I think Thomason will say he didn't do anything intentionally, he just ended up in the wrong place, but he did go underneath him, and the referees have to protect the man in the air.
Yeah, that was their key point, wasn't it? In the air that he went underneath him.
And in many ways, Thomason's almost trying to get out of the way, but he's getting out of the way, he just walks underneath him.
Soto getting some treatment on the bench.
Tate has to leave the game here because the medical staff came in for him and were on the floor.
Georgia players still talking to the referee. It's going to be off Tana taking the free throws as Soto is on the bench. Getting some treatment, of course.
I'm not sure how big Tate can stay in the game.
Interestingly, he's remaining.
There's three officials, one of them should have spotted it. It's 2 dealing with the unsportsmanlike.
So Tana misses the free throw.
So he's...
They're saying 2.
No, it's the extra 1. It's got to be 2 for the unsportsmanlike, no?
That's what I was thinking, because they held up the 2. Anyway, 1 in possession.
Basket was good.
Yeah.
Maybe that's...
Oh, they are going to think about it.
I was going to say, Coach Cohen's going to ask the question.
Yeah. Confusion around the arena.
Tate has to leave the game because the medical staff came on to treat him as well.
Soto just stretching it out on the bench. Grimacing with that arm in the air as well.
Yeah, the 1 foul because it was an in the act of, and it's the 1 in the possession, I assume. There's too many calls for us to work out.
That's why we're not referees.
Exactly.
Brownlee, that's better. Could this be the thing that spurs them, perhaps?
Yeah, this and if they're going to show this zone now because it's the first time they've scored since that timeout. We've just seen it will change the rhythm of what Georgia are doing offensively. That's the big thing that the Philippines have to hope.
And it works.
They're going to pull the charge on that as well.
So good plan there by Coach Cohen.
Well, regardless of how you match up in the zone, as long as you protect them, at least it shouldn't screens when in a really good rhythm. It's automatically done straight away.
Off Tana, off the feet. Didn't really need to pass it there.
Penetrated looking to pass and nothing else.
Shigelia with the arms open and then points to Mama Kulashvili. Andrei Kashvili in the corner. Ramos pulls it down. Oftana sets his feet and knocks it down. Here come the Philippines. So a timeout for Georgia. It's a great pass by Ramos, and Oftana made no mistake, drills it. Perez and Kimbayo happy with that one on the bench as well. Going to take you into the Georgia timeout, and here from Coach Chikic. Rest available. We're back in action here in Riga. 5 minutes 40 left in this opening half. Georgia still with the handy lead, 40-27. Thomason, Shengelia, Andrei Kashvili, Mamu Kalashvili. Back to Thomason. The Philippines escape.
Giving the zone far too much respect.
Brownlee steps back. And Fajardo's there to finish it off.
All over the offensive glass. That's the first time no one's competed on the glass with Georgia. First possession that they haven't really gone after it.
Philippines sticking with the zone, and why not? It's worked out really well for them so far. It's Hudson. Couldn't finish it off. Watch Coach Chikic call for it to look for Hudson. And now Brownlee gets another opportunity. Newsom. Oh, Bitadze met him.
Thinking he could have the backboard and then but it's not played off and hit the backboard. They're going to review Coach Smith asked to review it.
Calling for a challenge.
It's a brave challenge because he's the other end of the floor.
Yeah.
That's
one challenge a game as well for the coaches.
You can see why I wanted to challenge it because the momentum at the moment is with the Philippines. Let's take a listen.
We are going to review the whether was basket goaltending violation. Can I have a camera on the rim? Can I have a this? Okay. Up, 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 up. For me, Lincoln.
There's a missing. Hold on.
Can we have also this angle?
Okay, go on.
Go on. Give me that angle, frame by frame, and up.
Give me the other one. The ball touched the backboard before.
Okay, wait,
Touched the
up.
backboard, and then the defensive player touched.
Confirm. I confirm 2 points.
So 2 points confirmed there. Coach Chikic's challenge is unsuccessful. Very close score. We saw the Giants zoom angle.
Yeah. Most importantly, that's an 11-0 response by the Philippines, getting it to 9. This zone is just taking the air out of him.
Thomason, Shengelia, Andrei Kashvili, Mamo Kalashvili backs himself and knocks it down! Big response from Mamo Kalashvili. He gets his 14th point for the game. Has not missed a triple. Brownlee on the other end. He knocks it down! Both the big guys starting to feel it for each of the teams. Mamo Kalashvili on one end and Brownlee on the other. Both up to 14 points. Andrei Kashvili. This time Thomason gets an opportunity. Falls short this time. And the bench riding every wave and every call. It's going to be a Philippines ball. But this great look from Mamo Kalashvili, waiting for it in the corner. And then Brownlee from the top of the three-point line responds. Fajardo and Newsom. Newsom was excellent at controlling the tempo against Latvia, and he gets a bucket to get some reward for his form as well.
Georgia's issue here is now Philippines are literally controlling the tempo of the game. The zone has slowed it, but when they've got the ball down the other end of the floor, the Georgian defense is a step up where it was at the beginning of the game. So everything becomes so much easier.
Shengelia, that is a beautiful move.
They've just got to keep their defensive intensity where it was. They cannot allow the wide open look, the ball movement, the tempo. Another wide open look.
Ramos obliges! And the Philippines crowd love that one.
Gilas doesn't have a timeout. He's already taken that, both of them. And the tempo is now the same tempo that they're able to put on the floor. They've just got, get as a group and a half, get that defensive effort back to where it was.
Tough shot for Andrei Kashvili to knock down. Mamo Kalashvili with it now. Thomason shares it around with Sandro. Mamo Kalashvili returns it from the corner. Shengelia, fantastic rebound. Excellent putback. No surprise to see him fighting his team back into the game.
Just get the team, put it on my back.
Under 2 minutes left in the opening half. Newsom!
There's zero defense now by Georgia. I mean, that's Newsom just comes off a soft screen, pops, and it just drops it from mid-range with absolutely no hand in his face.
Oh, Shengelia is feeling it! Toko Shengelia taking the team on his back, like you mentioned, Marsh.
Trading baskets is not going to do it for Georgia. They've got to get stops.
Fajardo loses it. With slippery hands at the wrong moment. Newsom dives in with the foul. It's their first foul of the second period, so not a bad one to give.
Well, good foul in terms of the transition. The zone, as you say, has protected everything. I can live with that for Georgia. Georgia have had to work really hard to get looks, and they've now found some rhythm against the zone. It's the other end of the floor where the pace of the game that Georgia had on the floor at the beginning of the game has just gone defensively.
Mamo Kalashvili, a deep triple. Vitadze banks it in.
Living on the glass at the moment.
And again, like you mentioned a bit earlier, that was the thing that Latvia didn't have, those guys crushing the glass as much. Georgia have it in spades. Fajardo fouled. And Vitadze again coming up sore. Staying down here, and again, he's going to have some assistance from his medical team.
It looks like he's gone down with the same problem. He went down feeling the same area.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Oh, elbow just in the wrong area, yeah.
Same sort of action.
Yeah. Vitadze slowly gets back up to his feet. Fajardo's the last man you want to run into, mind you, as well.
Maybe we're both of us have missed the rule change here.
Yeah, so he still stays on the floor.
No, I think the official this time, so we were right, and they allowed him to stay on the floor the last time incorrectly.
So Londaridze coming into the game now, his first minutes. It's going to be Junmar Fajardo at the line for 2. Fajardo with the 4 points in this game so far.
Well, he's 0 for 2 in the game so far. He missed those 2 early. He's percent free throw shooter across his career. As a big man, you've got to be around 70, otherwise people will just keep fouling you. Good touch. The great news, or one of the great stories for the Philippines at the minute is that Soto...
Oh, look ahead pass, the quarterback one, sorry.
They've dealt with Soto being out the game, and that's got to be a plus for them.
Brownlee, deep 3, falls short. Mamukulashvili happy to bring the ball down. Shengelia, stuck. Sanatse has a look in and fires a triple. 3-point lines work for them. Philippines have got themselves back into this game, but a couple of triples have come up nicely. Brownlee, it's in the right hands to get a response. Oftana kicks it to Newsom. That falls short. And that's the half here in Riga. It's all Georgia in the first period. The Philippines fought back. And we have a game on our hands at halftime. It is Georgia 55, lead the Philippines 43.
Georgia leading the way by 12 here in Riga. Philippines winning their end. Georgia needed 19-play buffer to secure their spot. Latvia confirmed.
In the group, the semi-final action as Andrew Nikashvili looks to get things started for Georgia in this second half.
Well, they're going to stay with the zone. I'm a little surprised they've come out and shown it straight away, because you know that Georgia would have spent time. But then again, their resources are pretty stretched. They're going to have to protect Fajardo defensively.
Especially with what looks like Kai Soto perhaps maybe not playing a role for the rest of the game. He looks very ginger. He's got an ice pack on his chest.
He came out very late, didn't come out and warm up. Was the last man back to the bench. I'd be surprised. It would be very, very courageous for him to come back in.
Leaves big shoes for Kyle Tamayo to fill. A great opportunity for him though. And Dwight Ramos, he's the experienced head out there. He knocks it down. Good start for the Philippines.
Ramos in preparation had some really hot spells against Poland and Turkey. And made some big shots last night too.
Thomason's made some big shots today, so too Shengelia. A nice no-look pass to Mamukulashvili, who obliges.
The mobility issue is going to be there where it's man or zone for Fajardo. Nice little step through, but the pass was too easy. He can't get too deep.
Fajardo dishes it out on the offensive end and then gets it back. Looks for Brownlee. Ramos. Oh, caught in 2 minds there. Shengelia with the slam!
He's supposed to have physical issues, right? He took off. He ran like a deer down the floor. Great pass, little throw down.
Isn't it amazing what 24 hours can do for a sore body?
And playing for your national team seems to be the big to get rid of the pain.
Yeah. Ramos for the Philippines. Going underneath. Brownlee finds some space. And the triple! Big 3 from Justin Brownlee. Up to 17 points. 3 from 6 from long range. Vitadze!
Shengelia is the provider. His touches down the floor. He's making passes, scoring himself. Philippines will be happy to trade, though. That's the dilemma that Georgia have. If Brownlee keeps getting good looks, they'll be happy to trade.
Newsom gets a nice look, but he can't convert. Foul called in amongst all that. Philippines ball.
They can't challenge it because they've already challenged. The referees might need to talk about what happened on there. I think they're talking about there was an elbow. That's what Coach Cole is trying to create. Now he could challenge it to get it upgraded if he wanted to.
He's got the hands in the air. Nah, he's still going with the elbow.
He's just going to take the foul.
Oh, there, see on the replay, yeah. Shingelia puts his hands up and then inadvertently hits Tamayo in the face. Coach Cone's still going at it. You can quite clearly see it on the replay.
If he wants to challenge it, there has to be some. Some form of. He's going to do it.
Yeah.
There has to be some form of intent on this. And it doesn't have to be like absolutely I'm throwing an elbow. Okay. But bringing the elbow down in that direction, they could conceivably. Let's take a listen.
We are going to review is a foul, personal foul, me criteria for the unsportsmanlike foul. Give me main camera, normal speed. It's okay, this is not my call, this is not my call. Wait. Let her. With a normal speed, please. Normal speed, please. Nothing, 23, I will stay with the normal play here. It's nothing, it's movement, but it's a foul, but it's nothing.
I confirm it's not a hard contact on the body.
Okay, personal foul, okay? Coach, it's a movement, but it's not hit with the elbow. It's like push.
So we'll dive out of that as he explains his decision to Coach Cone, but as you heard, it stays as a normal foul, not upgraded.
A movement but no contact.
Would have seen back home.
So Shingelia picks up foul number 2. Thomason has 2. Tadze has 2. Yeah, it's not a problem at the moment.
Brownlee, quick release and quick bucket.
They're on the edge the way they're guarding Brownlee as well. They're almost taking his space away before he lands.
Philippines still sticking with the zone. 10-point buffer here in Riga. Shingelia to Bitadze, they've marked the corner, Georgia, and they go again! Going up Bitadze!
Well, the Philippines have decided to allow them to shoot it because they're not extending that zone. You know, pick your poison.
Newsom with pace, banks it home!
Tough finish, wow, over everybody.
Really athletic leap from Chris Newsom. Shingelia launches, Brownlee with the board. Ramos fouled.
It's whether people agree or disagree with what Coach Cone is doing, the philosophy is he'll look at it and go, well, statistically they shoot this, the zone is slowing the tempo down. As long as he's okay at the offensive end and getting enough looks and keeping the scoreboard ticking over, he'll accept it because he scores his times back to single digits. And it has taken Georgia out of rhythm.
Brownlee, the one-handed roll! He's pulling out all of the tricks tonight. Wow.
The whole game, the feel of the whole game has changed now, hasn't it? It's Georgia trying to pass the ball, they'll get a shot, they'll inside out it, line up, do they make it or miss? That time they make.
And Johnny Cashwell this time joins a three-point party. They've loved going beyond the perimeter this game, Georgia.
Philippines just have to, with the way the game's going, they just have to keep the scoreboard ticking over. And then the problem becomes Georgia's.
Brownlee.
It's the third foul on Thomas.
It's not necessary because I think Batanza had Fajardo well covered down low. So
Brownlee's dribbling to the sideline. Why do you want to reach them? You know, there's no. You get the glory of the steal. How often? Not very.
Thomason stays out there. Third team foul for Georgia. Fajardo and Newsom. Still with Newsom. Brownlee up to 21 points for the game. Newsom getting involved on the glass.
That's smart because the defense extended, didn't they, onto Brownlee, and he just sliced through that seam. That's the second finish he's had over Batanza. Puts it high on the backboard.
12 points for Chris Newsom now. We spoke about how excellent he was last night. The stats really didn't give him how much credit how well he was doing. And tonight, he's getting some scoreboard action, which is really rewarding for him.
You know, across his career, he's averaged double-digit points, but where he's making tough ones on the penetration.
Shengelia, speaking of tough, Batanza. Oh, just rattles out. Did everything but go in. Ramos with some speed down the opposite end. That one falls short. Fajardo, an athletic rebound, didn't finish it up. Brownlee!
Does it all. He's not just one of those scorers. He's on the glass. He's doing all the blue-collar stuff too.
Great hustle from the Philippines offensively there. It's a single-digit margin. Shengelia from the corner. Newsom, excellent rebound. He is taking all the contact in the world right now. Brownlee, the man. Ramos, the triple, makes it! The Georgia fans can't believe what they're seeing. The Philippines, with all the momentum in this game at the moment. Brownlee here just waited perfectly, and Ramos loves that spot, nails the three, bring it on. Timeout for Team Georgia. We're going to listen to Coach Jikic address his team in a moment.
Nothing sums up the problems that they have on their last play, just 2-on-2 basketball, and Gilas just didn't guard a great shooter.
Watch Kikitze and Saladze into the game for Georgia. Batanza, just a bit too much heat on it. And a chance for Philippines to keep closing the gap. They were down by as much as 20 points at one stage of this game. Tamayo goes underneath Batanza. Count that. That's what they wanted from him. We know Kai Soto's on the bench at the moment, unlikely to come back on. Tamayo has to play his role for this team. It's a 3-point margin. Shengelia was fouled. Made a good showing from Tornike Shengelia. No, he missed the last game. Or maybe limited minutes in this game, but he's stuck out there for a long, long time. Continues to carry the team. Tanza and Mondoridze are going to trade places. Shengelia with the 16 points for the game. This is the first free throw. And goes 0 from 2. When do you see that from Tornike Shengelia?
Well, the answer is not very often. I mean, he's a 70-plus free-throw shooter across his whole career, which is a long career. But the Kraken's on the defensive boards. He's filling some space in the middle of that zone. Fajardo's rolling back the years of a massive national team career that he's had.
Chance to try it here for Tamaya! All square in Riga!
Well, what did we say? The offense, yeah.
Oh, wow, and it's all coming up jumps for the Philippines. The fans in their house are on their feet. And I'm sure the ones watching from their TV screen, I know it's late at night in the Philippines, but no doubt they're loving what they're seeing from their team. See the offensive foul call on the replay. 67 plays 67. Coach Jikic can just watch now. 2 minutes 46 left. Ramos and Brownlee, they can take the lead here, but it's a bit of an errant pass.
Somehow, Georgia have to get back that tempo they had earlier on. They're not doing it with their defense though. They could extend the floor, perhaps just to get the tempo a little higher. This zone has just taken any tempo out of the game. And if they make or miss, they make that one. But they're living out there. They're absolutely living out there, and the Philippines are happy because they'll back the math on it, basically.
Big time basket there from Gilas Pilipinas. Ramos, a known three-point shooter, this time finds himself in the lane.
That's just too easy if you're Georgia and you want to make a semi-final. That's just too easy. Thomason coming back. Good call by coach.
Sanadze, Mondaridze. Basket won't count, the foul beforehand. A 1-point ball game here in Riga. Ticks below 2 minutes left in this period. Not a great choice of shot from Mondaridze. And we're going to walk the floor now because that's Georgia's 15th foul. Dwight Ramos at the free throw line. He's had a super solid game and a super solid tournament, Dwight Ramos. One of the starters who's played max minutes in this game. Ties the scores once again.
Well, we talked at the beginning of the game about the Philippines being tired, and it looks like this Georgia where all the intensity has gone. They haven't got a fast break point in this second half. They've had no points in transition in this second half because this zone just sits there. And okay, they made more shots this half, the Philippines, but most of that is down to Georgia's tempo defensively.
Philippines in front, but for how long? They keep the lead. A chance to extend it now. Ramos from the corner. Mamukulashvili with Sanadze ahead of him. Kicks it back up to Thomason. Shengelia spinning. Ooh. Interference there from the Philippines. Shengelia, a mature move under the basket. So Shengelia heads to the line. It's a Gilas foul.
Surely with the circumstance in the game at the moment, Tadze has to come back in. There's no Fajardo in that middle of the zone.
We know Gilas struggle with the matchups of the Georgia teams.
Absolutely. But then you've got to actually work to get the ball inside. You've got to try and run some things in transition to try and make this game more up and down. Because now, there's only 11 minutes left in the game. Can they get to 18 or 19 points?
So Shengelia makes the second one. There is confirmation. Goga Bitadze is going to replace Shengelia. Much needed and deserved rest for the captain. Oh, and that was a very awkward pass. A chance for Mamukulashvili to punish them. Just a bit too casual on the baseline there for the Philippines. Brownlee. Harrison. Watch the kids there, right there with him. Shot clock ticks down to single figures. Brownlee, what can he do? With the hand in his face, it runnels in! Justin Brownlee, are you for real? That is unhuman-like. Back level again. Thomason gets stuck under the rim. Ochka Kidze this time has a go. And Batadze couldn't quite collect the rebound. A big call. Fingers floating everywhere, but the ref said Philippines ball. And Brownlee, hand in his face, well beyond the three-point line. Thank you very much. Hand in the air. 26 points for Justin Brownlee, equaling what he got last night. And we haven't even started the fourth quarter.
He's having to carry the team with no Soto. He's going to get all of 12.5 seconds in the flow. But you know, they don't need him on the floor because Perez is out there. So Perez will get the ball and try and get the shot away inside the last 12.5.
Oh, it's in his direction.
Turns it over.
Yeah. Sanadze. He tries to make the tough bucket of Grilla. Here's Perez's moment. Oh, he gives it off this time. Off time! It's the buzzer! It is all blue in the arena right now. The Philippines take the lead at the end of the third period. The refs will make double sure that he beat the buzzer. And it was a clutch moment for Calvin Oftana. Let's have a little look at this.
Okay, we're gonna review. In the trend line at P4, both shot was released. Okay, we had okay, red light, ball in the hand. Red light appeared before the shot was released. Basket not count. Okay, basket no count. Okay. No basket.
Well, it's a game of milliseconds, isn't it? The scores remain level in the third period. We ended a cracker of a fourth period to come your way. And at the end of the third quarter, it is Philippines 74, Georgia 74 as well.
Well, statistically, it's all going to obviously get close, but the stats are not really going to give you the answer here because Georgia have just stopped getting stopped playing defense. They're going to win this one. They've got to try and win it.
It's all the permutations, not just from here, but from around the world. All to play for here. 74 points apiece. Mahmoud Kalashvili at the sideline for Georgia. They need to win by 19 or more. Philippines win and they're in. They're going to win the group if they win as well. Fourth quarter tipping off. Thomason with the early drive. Oh, and Aquila met him up high. It remains with Bitadze. Oh, it was nice D by Aquila, but the foul called.
But no fear that Georgia will score and get points because the Philippines are sitting in this zone. How they get them to the ball? They need stops. They need stops now. They need them quickly. They need some momentum. They need to build some sort of margin to make the Philippines worry about the scoreline. At the moment, they don't have to worry about the scoreline. They're up, in this instance, they're up 18 points.
Bitadze makes both. Much improved performance from his last game. 17 points now for him.
It's too easy. The pass is too easy.
He's the man, Justin Brownlee, 26 points already. A dish, but it didn't work out. Ochka Kidze read it perfectly, and Sanadze can go on the fast break. Foul call.
Absolutely ridiculous thing, but off Tyler did. All that Thomason was doing was like slowing up. Didn't actually block him. He knew what he was doing. Tantana just pushed him. In many ways, it is an unsportsmanlike foul because it's not a basketball action. They wouldn't call it that way, and nor should they, but Thomason asked for it. And what they've got is the 2 plus the ball back, which is a great there's already 4 in the game. They score this time, it could be 7. And then the scoreboard becomes a bit of a pressure factor on the Philippines.
So baseline ball for Georgia. Tadze.
I do have to say why. Pass.
Gila waited for perfectly.
There's the shot that we all over the websites, the social media, and the papers and business. The veteran, the captain, throwing it down to possibly help them get to the semi-finals.
Cuts the margin to 2. And he got a crucial hand in there again. Jump at the Gwilla. He's stepping up in this final term. Justin Brownlee stepped up all game. And all last game as well. Perez there to help him on that occasion.
These are big minutes for Perez because he's giving Newsom some much-needed time on the bench.
Brownlee, the 3!
Oh, they dodged the bullet. Why leave him wide open?
He's been on fire, not just tonight, but against Latvia as well. Sanadze. Tadze, another rebound. Falls short. Tabayo with some pace. Backs himself to go, and he gets it! Stepping up nicely in the absence of Kai Soto. Soto copied that knock in the second period. Haven't seen him back since. Sanadze. Perez can put them back in front. He sees Altana up ahead, and oh my word, Sanadze!
Take the foul.
So yeah. Very heavy hit from Duda Sanadze. Came with force, hit the arm on the way through. So Altana's going to head to the line. We love that look from Aquila. The captain stepping up to the moment. Slamming it down.
You're 37 years old, you've got a chance to do something your country's never done. What a big moment for him.
Altana makes the first one. And we didn't see much of these bench players the other night against Latvia, but tonight they're stepping up. We've got Tamayo playing some really big minutes. Altana's had a big stint. Perez now finding himself some rhythm and some form. Good signs for them.
Absolutely right.
Anthony Kashvili and Thomason. 2 guys sharing it around. Shengelia back on. Thomason. That's a nice look.
Absolutely got to get stops though. They've got to get stops. I just don't see the urgency at this end of the floor. It's going to give him a shot at getting back in it.
Perez confronted by Anthony Kashvili. Oh, finds himself free on the baseline and makes no mistake.
CJ Perez. He doesn't only make the threes on the buzzer, takes it to the ring and finishes.
Hey guys, I score. Start of quarters, end of quarters, whatever you want me to. Shengelia, nice look. And Mamo Kulashvili there to clean up on the boards.
Wow, he cleaned up the mess there. That's a huge rebound, but it's this end, going to sound like a continuous tape recording here. This defense is not going to get you a run. There's only 6:40 to go. Time is already your enemy.
Too heavy there from Shengelia. It's a bit of intense. 1 point separates these 2 teams. Tadze coming back into the game. Tadze's been pretty good with his minutes, it must be said. 10 points, Justin Tadze. So Thomason's arguing the case here.
They called it on
him, didn't they? So he's saying it's not his fault.
Yeah, the trouble being if they call it on Shengelia, he goes to 3. Yeah, I think the table got it wrong, not the referee.
22 and 23. Easily we could finish
Oh, now you got to get after the passing lane. Again, it's an easy catch.
Brownlee's the one catching it as well. It's not what they want. What they need. Oh, Gwilla nearly went flying again.
I think it really needs to come back up 37. 37 then. The option is a good option. The execution gave him no chance.
Well, I'm not jumping that high anymore. Maybe one day, but not today. Oh, good hands by Brownlee. Kimball getting some nice minutes now. Brownlee, the only starter out there for the Philippines. Kulashvili played good there. Oh, and again the active hands. It somehow keeps with Sandro, and he finds himself going all the way through. Kulashvili with one to come after this beautiful drive, splitting all three Philippines defenders. Athletic move from the San Antonio Spurs big man.
The question for Coach Cohn is, he's only down 3. He doesn't have to panic, but he doesn't want to let any momentum build for Georgia before he brings back Fajardo, before he brings back Lucy, before he gets Ramos back in the game. It's how long does he let these? How long does he let the bench eat up time?
Sitting on the bench waiting to come on. Willa can't make it. In and out action.
Tries to get it to 7.
Kulashvili. Philippines ball. So there is the change. Fajardo on, Ramos on. Coach Cohn says the time is now. Newsom still sitting on the bench. Nice set, a nice stint from Jaffa Gwilla.
I just love the way you see your veterans, your players have been there. They'll do whatever it takes, and that's what he's doing now at this stage of his career. He'll spell people, rebound. I think the big finish, the highlight that they're going to look at in the Philippines.
Thomason, is that his fourth?
That will be his fourth now, yeah. But they're not trying to make anything happen with their defense until they get into the half court. 5 minutes to go, you're up 4. Not beyond the realms of you can get a run here. They've had runs in this game. If you're not going to get runs, just trade in and go in half court. Not against the Philippines the way they're playing with the basket at the moment. They always have a release. Far too often that's Brownlee, and you'd have thought they've been all over Brownlee.
Wow. Perez. Brownlee providing the screen this time. Can he roll and get it back? Here he is. Left him some space, but he was in 2 minds. Ramos, corner. No money. Androni Kulashvili. Kulashvili. Thomason. Sonadze goes through heaps of sets of hands and it ends up with the right man. Big time 3 from Dudas Sonadze. His 13th point for the game. That's his 3rd triple. Perez now driving against the 2 bigger guys and makes no mistake.
First episode, did a great job at cutting across the defensive player just to get him on his back. 2 penetrations for him, he's finished it every time.
The Philippines fans finding their voice in the arena. I'm sure they're all finding their voice at home as well. Sonadze. Sonadze, the second time round, he gets it going. Such a big presence under the rim. So hard to stop. They've opened up a nice little buffer here. 90 plays 83. 19 points and 9 rebounds for Bitadze. Verging on the double-double territory. Perez gets an open look. Massive from CJ Perez.
And Brownlee just milked every second of the shot clock, threw the help, gave it to the open player. They've already got the bonus of taking 24 seconds and then they top it with the 3.
A bit of loose hands from Georgia with Kulashvili caught in 2 minds, and he loses it. Momentarily gets it back. It's good pressure from the Philippines. Shot clock expires. Kimbao ahead. Anjali Kashvili fouled. Maybe unsportsmanlike. They'll have to. Potentially.
The representatives of the Philippines Federation in front of us believe it may well be, but I would say it was coming from in front of him. The way the interpretation is, I'd be very surprised if they didn't look at it. I think the phrase that was part of the game. Well, 3 minutes to go in the 4th, and it takes his last throw of the dice. Oh,
Come the semi-finals.
absolutely. Whoever he plays out of the other group is going to be a hell of an ask for the Philippines.
Oh, this is the second.
But they're not there yet. They're not there yet. There's still 3 minutes to go against a team that can score quickly. And scoring quickly is not their issue.
Thomason. Bitadze came way over the top, but went right past it. Ramos, it's in the right hands. Perez, speaking of the right hands, knocks down another triple. His 100% streak keeps on going. Back-to-back threes for CJ Perez. 1-point ball game, 2.5 minutes left. Sanadze goes inboard. Brownlee with the boards, he can put his team back in front. Kimbao has a look. I don't know if that was the right one. Use up some shot clock, get your mates involved.
That's what the book says. The book says you're down 1. You're only going to lose by 18. And you don't take a shot after 2 seconds on the shot clock. That's what the book says. Hey, look, shown that for the rest of the game.
Big 2 minutes 20 coming up. It's a 1-point margin between these 2 teams. It's been a cracking game. Both teams have had the momentum. Who wins it from here? Thomason, Bitadze, Kulashvili with the slam. Puts his team up by 3. 26 points. Whoa, Bitadze comes up big. A chance of back-to-back buckets for Georgia. It gets slapped away. Now Brownlee has a chance. Perez! He's been on fire!
He has 12 points. He's only played 15 minutes. He hasn't missed. Just doing a job. What a job.
Incredibly efficient, CJ Perez. Sanadze from the corner. Fajardo with the rebounds. Philippines can retake the lead with less than 2 minutes to go in this game. Ramos and Perez.
It's important for the Philippines to win.
Wow.
Offensive foul. I don't know if, I will ask him in the press conference perhaps, but winning here could give them a semi-final against a second-place team from the other group. Likely, it's to say likely, probably that would be Montenegro. And we've seen how they deal with that style of play because they've dealt with it here. Would they want to try and beat Brazil? I think they'd rather try and beat Montenegro.
Anjali Kashvili, Thomason. Shot clock down to 5. Less than a minute left. Oh, big time bucket from Thomason off the bank. What have the Philippines got left? Down by 3. 43 seconds left. Brownlee's been the one this whole tournament for them. Vitadze giving him grief. Brownlee finds a way in.
Tough. Just tough. Capital T and everything on it. Exclamation mark. It's just tough. It really has. With Soto out the game, he has carried his country, or his adopted country, to the brink here. He's got him over the line. If he gets the win, that'll be a real icing on the cake. There's enough of a differential that they can get the win here still.
Tudson loses it. It's going to be a foul.
One thing Coach Cone doesn't want is overtime.
Yes.
Absolutely doesn't want overtime. He's guaranteed at this point in time, he's guaranteed a semi-final spot. He doesn't need an overtime. He needs to try and get the win in normal regulation, and he does not want to go to overtime.
Tudze gets the first. Georgia up by 2. Shigelia can only watch now.
If he makes this, I would walk it off if I was him.
Just rattles in.
Well, his alternative is try and get a quick 2, and a foul and a 2, but he can't. Surely he's not going to go to overtime. Surely he's not going to come down the floor and take the 3.
Very interesting battle playing out now. 14 seconds left. Goes to the overtime. He goes to the 2. You always play to win. You always do.
I mean, it goes against everybody's like normal mentality to try not to win, but he's got a tired team. He's without Kai Soto.
Gave Montenegro a bit of a scare.
Assumptions definitely is not the thing to make here.
It's hard. We saw New Zealand beat Croatia last night.
They're going to take the ball on the baseline. I hope he's going to come down the floor and just walk it off, or he's going to try and lay it up really quickly. It looked like to me they're walking it off. But put it this way, Brownlee's not in the game. They're walking it off.
You called it.
Well, maybe they're not walking it off.
Ramos to Perez.
They're walking it off.
Yeah.
Please don't take it. Well, Georgia have done the thing to win the game.
Bit of a foul. 2.8 seconds left. Still a 3-point margin.
It really goes against everybody's like inner culture or whatever, sense to say, well, I'm not going to try and win, but there's a bigger prize here.
So shots to come for Newsom. Haven't seen him play much of this fourth period at all.
Yeah, first minutes in the fourth.
The first one to roll in, 2-point margin.
He sticks around the ring. Georgia could knock it into the own basket. That would tie the game. Oh, he missed it. He tried to do it and missed it.
Oh my word! That's exactly what you said, played out. And everyone in the stadium is in disbelief at what just happened. But it's a win for Team Georgia, but also a win for the Philippines because Georgia needed to win by 19 or more to get through. So the Philippines booked their spot in the semi-final, but Tudze can't believe what he's just done. It was a really strange finish to this game, but at the final score from Riga is Georgia 96, Philippines 94. Who speaks this after that?
And there's a moral here that you shouldn't do that. The opportunity, Newsom missed the free throw. He missed it. That gave him the chance to, unfortunately, tip it in. It was too obvious, I think. But let's make the point here. Georgia came out and showed they could have got the game. And they got to 20 up. They were going through. And then they slowed down defensively. They could not maintain that defensive pressure. Soto's out of the game, and they still won't maintain that defensive pressure. But Coach Cone did sometimes the simple decisions are the best decisions. And he went to the top zone. He actually said, we haven't worked on this, but let's just show him a zone. And they offered him shots, and they didn't make enough. And he just played the math and said, they're not going to shoot well enough as long as we tick it over. And he has. The man who'll always tick it over in Justin Brownlee. And then he fouled all sorts of contributions from his roster. The big question for him is Kai Soto going to be ready to the semi-final? They'll do absolutely everything they can because they're a live contender right now. Because not only did they play well against Latvia, they showed an enormous amount of belief and character as a group to get themselves back into this game and not get depressed, down, worried, panicked when they were actually going out at 20 down. They have a character as well as talent. Those two factors are a great leader as a coach. Puts the Philippines right in the